Very excited to talk to our next guest here on GKW because she is one half of the women's tag team champions in WWE. She's also the EST of the WWE. Bianca Belair joins us here on GKW as WrestleMania 41 tickets are on sale. Make sure you're checking that out April 19th and 20th out in Las Vegas. Bianca, thank you so much for jumping on with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you are, as I mentioned, one half of the tag team champions. So what has been the best part, and what's been the most difficult part about transitioning into a tag team?
Well, I would say the best part has been just being with Jay Cargill and showing the strength and showing the talent that we have, and going out there and just really representing who we are and being able to have more fun. It's less pressure, I feel like, than being a singles competitor, because I have a tag team partner that I can rely on, or if I'm getting beat up a little too much, I can tag her in and say, girl, come help me. It's really been fun being in a different role, and being able to feel like we're elevating this tag team division and having matches where so many women can really showcase their talents. It's exciting and it's new and it's different and it's fresh. I would say the most challenging would be for me. I mean, I was a singles competitor for so long, right? So all I had to worry about was myself. And now you're in a tag team. So now you're collaborating, and now, before, for me, honestly, this is going to sound really funny, but it's like the gear and the fashion part, because everyone knows I'm making so my own gear, right? And I'm always trying to be creative and think of new ideas. And I've only had to think about what I like and myself. And I make my gear very, very last minute. So now when you have a tag team partner, it's like you have all these ideas and you guys might do the same things. And then you're like, we get so confused in our text thread. And then she's like, girl, I have a gear maker. I have to give them like a heads up. Oh, the night before. So it's just, that part has been, when we text each other, we have to do voice memos because we get so confused. We show up with 3 different outfits and it's not what we talked about. I think that's been the hardest part of the collaboration of being in the tag team.
Fans are starting to make their WrestleMania plans. You're someone in your young career is already making WrestleMania moments. What's the pressure like for you leading up to WrestleMania season every year and trying to think of what that next moment's going to be for you personally?
Yeah, at first I feel like it was a lot easier for me because, I'd never done it before. So you have these ideas, even when it comes to gear, when it comes to entrances, and you're like, okay, I have a great gear, I have a great entrance, or I have a great match, I have a great moment. The more times that you do WrestleMania, the more the pressure is, because you're trying to top the year before. And then everybody's trying to top each other, because that's what's amazing about WrestleMania. You get the best gears, the best entrances, the best matches. Everybody's trying to be the best. And so now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, what other entrance can I do? What gear is good enough for WrestleMania? What match am I going to have this year? Who am I going to have a match? Because our women's roster is so stacked that anybody can be on WrestleMania. So everybody's trying to fight to get on the card. So it's not just one night, it's 2 nights, but that's what's really cool about WrestleMania. You get the best of everyone's just trying to give their best at WrestleMania.
You've already accomplished so much in your career. You've won the Rumble. You've won both women's championships. You've done the tag team championships. So what goals do you have left in your career? What are the goals you still want to accomplish?
Yeah, I've accomplished a lot so quickly. No, I've made WrestleMania Night 1. I would love to main event WrestleMania Night 2, because I feel like that's a whole nother status type of thing. I would love to be a part of a women's match that doesn't even have a title. I would love to get to WrestleMania where both women's titles are defended, the tag team titles are defended, but we also have a women's match on the card. That's the storyline is just so great that we don't necessarily have to have a title. I feel like the men do it all the time, and I feel like it would show how much the women's roster has evolved, because that's how much talent that we have. We just need more matches. We just have so many women. And I would love, right, being in the tag team was one of my goals. I had never done that before. I wanted to be tag team champion. It's new, it's fresh. I also, I look up to people like Becky Lynch and Bailey, who have accomplished so much, but they also do so much for the division. They elevate the division. And I want my name to be in the same conversation as them. I feel like, you're doing something right when you have enough equity to where you can reach out and help people pull people up and help this division and leave this division better than it was when you came. They've done that. I want to do that, and I feel like I'm able to do that, starting with the tag team division and help elevate it, put more girls on the scene, showcase their talents. I mean, right now in our storyline, you have, from across all three brands, it's tag teams being highlighted. It's me and Jay Cargill being highlighted. You have Chelsea and Piper being highlighted. You have Io and Kyrie being highlighted on Raw. Now you have Lash and Jakar on NXT. There's so many women being highlighted. I know a lot of people talked about having a mid-card title at one point, so more women can be highlighted, but that's what this tag team division is doing. I'm a part of that, and it makes me feel happy. So that's that's one of my goals, is to continue to elevate our women's roster.
When you talk about you looking up to role models, but when it comes to you being a role model, what's that personal feeling when you have young kids now that look at you and saying, well, Bianca can do that. That's someone I can look up to and inspire to be?
No, I really, 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 really take that very seriously. I know a lot of people say, I didn't sign up to be a role model. I'm just doing my job. Like, some people feel that way, and that's great. But for me, I know the impact that I have. And I take that very seriously, because I know the role models I had when I was a kid. I'm only where I'm at right now because I have role models that I can look up to. So I want to do the same thing that was done for me. And it gives me a purpose. It gives me a purpose and a why of why I do what I do. It's nothing more that I love more than meeting fans and little girls. I mean, that was the whole message and the whole purpose behind my WrestleMania entrance last year, when I had the Divas of Compton. They were 7 to 12 years old. I want them to see themselves in me. But I was like, no, I want them to actually see themselves up there on that stage. And that's what's amazing about WrestleMania. You can have these grand, amazing entrances. You can bring your purpose and your culture to the table, because it's people from all over the world coming to WrestleMania. So, you're on the biggest stage, you're on the grandest stage of them all. So that's where I really always want to showcase that, what I represent, my message, my purpose, my culture at WrestleMania, because I know that I am a role model, and I take that very seriously.
Life of a professional wrestler is obviously very chaotic and hectic with all the different travel, but it seems like the travel's been added on to with WWE recently, a lot of international events. What has it been like for you to perform in some of those international crowds? Because every time I turn on a PLE at home, it seems like the crowds just get hotter and hotter and hotter.
Yes, I think at this point, the international crowds are having a secret competition with each other that we don't know who can be the loudest and the best crowd. I mean, for one, Puerto Rico was the loudest crowd I have ever been in front of. If I needed to, I would have to yell in the ring to hear myself talk. France was amazing. Germany, amazing. I mean, these crowds are just electrifying. I think that shows how global WWE is and how big WWE is, that we can go to all these different places and internationally, and people know who we are. They're booing, they're cheering, and they're chanting. And it's really cool just to go and travel internationally. And I get to bring my family with me, and we get to have all these experiences. But it just really shows how big and global WWE is.
Have you had a chance to ever step back and realize all you've accomplished in such a short amount of time?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say, being in WWE, man, everything blurs together. Like, I literally didn't even know what today's date was. Sometimes I don't know what city I'm in, because I go to the airport and they're like, where's your final destination? I'm like, I don't know, ma'am. You tell me. Here's my
here's my booking number. Just tell me where I'm going.
Yeah, so everything does move very quickly, but I do try to sit back sometimes and just realize how blessed I am and how much I have accomplished, because we're always just like go, 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 go. And we want to just keep accomplishing. And I'm a perfectionist. I'm a workaholic, but I do try to sit back and really absorb everything.
Is there someone that you haven't worked with that you want to work with in a feud?
Yes. Definitely. I feel like we've worked a little bit. We've always come in close proximity, but we haven't had that big match. Definitely Rhea Ripley. I feel like we came in NXT together. I feel like we've been on the opposite side of the mountain climbing together. Our journeys are kind of parallel. WrestleMania, we got our first titles at WrestleMania together in the same year. Our main event at WrestleMania, walked out as SmackDown Women's Champion. She defeated Asuka in that same WrestleMania, walked out as Raw Women's Champion. We were the last two in the Royal Rumble. We were on the cover of the video game together. Like, we're both been on opposite sides of the mountain. I can't wait till they meet at that mountaintop together and have that amazing feud and storyline. Charlotte Flair is another. She's one of the first women that I looked up to when I came into WWE. I see so much of myself in her. She's a former collegiate athlete. Her father's Ric Flair, but people forget that she didn't have any wrestling experience, and she learned in NXT like me. She's the only four horsewoman that I haven't defeated yet. Would love to face her. I think she's amazing. Nia Jax, we had one Magic Queen in the ring. I need my revenge. And up and coming, Tiffany Stratton. So there's a lot. There's a lot more work done.
And it also sounds Bianca sounds like a night 2 main event. We'll just throw that out there.
I mean, I'll give you my money right now.
Right.
Like, if we want to, like, I'll just throw my money out there.
We talk a lot about wrestling couples, yourself, Montez Ford. What do you guys learn from each other in a wrestling standpoint?
I've learned so much from him. Listen, my husband actually has watched wrestling since he was a kid. He's like a wrestling historian. He can tell you, oh, this happened on Raw number something, so-and-so. And this his brain is crazy. He's helped me so much when I first came in. He was the person who encouraged me to wear the braid and keep the braid. He's the one who, when I first came in, I said, who should I watch? He's like, watch this person, watch that person. So he's taught me so much. But we just lean on each other when it comes to wrestling. We travel together, we work together, we go through the highs, we go through the lows together. So I feel like we just lean on each other. We're just lucky to do what we love with the person that we love. I don't know. What do I teach him? We should get him in here now. Yeah, I'm going to ask him today. Babe, what do I teach you?
We can't wait to hear the answer on that. But before we let you go, Bianca, there's been so much talk, and even Hunter was asked about it during the last PLE about representation in the WWE. When you hear people talk about that, and you being an African American performer in the WWE, when you hear people talk about representation, what does that mean to you?
Representation means everything to me. I always use the quote, representation is not a request, it's a requirement. And I think that's what's amazing about WWE is that if you look at our roster, anybody can watch WWE and see somebody that they relate to. Anyone. It's multi-generational. It's people from all different cultures, people from all over the world. But representation is so important. And I feel like that's what is so unique about WWE and the WWE universe is that our audience, they want to turn the TV on and be able to see someone that they can relate to that draws them in. And so that's what I love about WWE. I love being in the tag team that I'm in right now. I love that I've been able to be a part of a lot of amazing moments, making history by, being one of the first Black women to main event WrestleMania, make history, become history myself and create a legacy. But I love being a part of all these amazing moments. And I look forward to continue to be a part of some amazing moments and continue to be a part of representation and show that in WWE.
Bianca, thank you so much for the time. We can't wait. April 19th, 20th, Las Vegas, WrestleMania 41. Tickets on sale now. And maybe, just maybe, we can get that Bianca versus Rhea main event going. We'll start the campaign for you.
Tickets, they'll sell fast.